Welcome back, guys. It's TK Breezy here to talk about Summit. Now, before that, if you're looking at the chat, we were talking about a bunch of other stuff, and that stuff being what's going on Twitch. So if you want a video of that, leave it in the comments below. We can definitely go over that as well. But today we're going to talk about Summit because, I just came back from Summit. It was a pretty good event, but there definitely was some gripes that I had with it. So I'm going to go through my experience with Summit and what I think could be changed. All right, so the first thing about Summit is that you get there it's a week of your times, right? It's basically I'm there from Tuesday to Monday, so that's basically a week of my time, right? The issue that I have with going there that early is that I am never in any skits, so there's no reason for me to be at media day if I'm not doing any media. That's why you always catch me on Wednesday streaming for 8-9 hours because I'm not doing anything else. I've been clamoring that they should stop having the commentators come out on Tuesday and just have us come out maybe Wednesday night or something, so we're ready on Thursday. And since that, when you go to Summit, so what happens is basically media day is also the recap day, but they come in, they talk to you guys for 30 minutes at most, and then we move on and they start doing skits with everybody, and then the players go play and all that good stuff. I'm not a Smash player like that anymore. You're not gonna catch me playing 8 hours of friendlies a day. You know what I mean? I went there, I played a little Falco. It was a good time. It was a great time actually, but at the end of the day, I can't play Smash for 9 hours a day anymore. That's not me, right? So yeah, I feel like this is definitely something we could talk about. We could talk about that on Thursday morning. The show goes live at 10, we show up at 9. We could talk about it right there. That's just, that's what, that's just my idea. So yeah, pretty much the start of Summit, I was already pretty annoyed because I've literally been asking almost every Summit, hey, let me get into some more skits. Hey, let me get into some more skits. And I never get any more skits. So I'm just okay, well, it is what it is. What can you do? And then, so yeah, that's the beginning of Summit, right? We go back. The best part about Summit for being a commentator is hanging out with all your other commentary buddies, which is dope. Me, Charles, Haz, Vicky, Coney, Bam, I'm missing people for a second. We all actually hung out all the time. So pretty much after every day, we just went back to somebody's room, just hung out, drank a little bit, talked a bunch of shit, it's good times. So that's the Summit before we get into Summit, right? It was all right, there's my first gripe. Please stop bringing me out a day early. I can go do something else, right? So we get into day one, and day one consists of, let me go ahead and open up the graphic. Player intros, Squad Strike, Melee, 2v2v2v2, presented by Coinbase, Coney's Carnival, and Mafia, okay? Day one was a solid 6 out of 10, okay? And this is why I say it's a 6 out of 10, okay? If you remember last year's Summit, I think the side events for last year were insanely good. The Smash Land plane, the bagel tossing, and all the outside stuff that we were able to do, insanely good. It is not that cold yet, to the point where we couldn't do that again. It's not even cold in SoCal at all, so we could have definitely done some more stuff like that. I don't know, that kind of set it off. That for me specifically, that set it off in kind of a bad tone, because Squad Strike, okay, cool, right? It's that's almost always done. People say they love Squad Strike. I'm not really a super huge fan of Squad Strike, but that's just me. Melee, all right, it was actually kind of cool to see the people, see these players play Melee and see how good they are, or how decent they are at Melee when we get down to Spargo playing well, and Riddles and Cola and stuff like that. That was pretty cool, right? 2v2v2v2 was that could have been amazing or terrible, all things considered. It could have been amazing or terrible. But I think it went pretty all right. And then Coney's Carnival, originally we didn't actually know what the fuck was going to go on with that, but it actually went well, so I'll give it up. I didn't actually watch too much of it, but I just talked to Coney after he said he actually did like it going well. And then Mafia, Ultimate players suck at Mafia, 100%. And pretty much we had to it took so long to corral a bunch of people to play Mafia because all they wanted to do was grind, which, big shout outs to the Ultimate players wanting to grind because, in the first Summit, Leffen was talking all that shit about how Ultimate players never grind, and now all they do is grind. So yeah, that Mafia, it wasn't it. There was no hot Mafia this time around. So it is what it is, though. I'm not really a fan of Mafia anyway. You'll probably never catch me on the couch playing Mafia because when I talked about this the other day too. I feel like I'm there's a generational divide between the commentators and the top players at this point in time. Vic is the youngest commentator that was there at 26, and then like most of the players are like between like 18 and 24. So I'm 33, you know, but yeah. So it's like a little bit of a generational gap there, you know, but it is what it is. I mean, like I shouldn't have to I don't need like the approval or want to hang out with a bunch of players when I have my other friends there. But yeah, so yeah, just a little bit of a generational divide there. Day 2, the Alpharad zone. I wasn't on this part, but I think the first day was probably better than the second day. I'm not sure how, it just was. Group A, Group D, the group matches were sick. Tweet Talks in the ball pit live was sick. More group matches. Joy-Con doubles could have been replaced with Can a Smasher land a plane, but they didn't have it set up, so we couldn't do that. But I would have taken anything else over Joy-Con doubles. I would have taken anything else over Joy-Con doubles. And then Mafia again. I don't even know if we actually played Mafia this time. I think they were too busy grinding or some shit like that. So yeah, this day was like a 7 out of 10. The Tweet Talks in the ball. Well, actually, I'm gonna give this one. No, this is 7 out of 10. Tweet Talks in the ball pit was cool. Group matches are always cool. Don't care about Joy-Con doubles. Alpharad Zone Day 2. I was tired as fuck this block for some reason. It's not like I didn't get any sleep, but I was just tired as fuck. So I really feel like I wasn't like contributing to this block as well. So big shout out, or big shout outs to Alpharad for coming back, but also big apologies to y'all because I don't feel like I delivered good commentary there. Groups again. Good, great, wonderful. So this day was an 8 out of 10 for sure. And then obviously the end was a 10 out of 10. I mean, this is probably the best finals bracket I've seen in a while. Red Bull Gauntlet featured Nkaleo. I got robbed. 175 off a Sun Salutation not killing, even if it was staled. It wasn't even staled. I hit one. So yeah, I got robbed. It's fine though. You know, it happens. I don't ever expect to actually beat Nkaleo in the first place. I also don't practice this game. So for me to even get that close to getting one, hey, you know, could have been better, could have been worse. I don't know. And then the finals bracket was pretty sick. Proto taking the win. Got to give it up to Proto. You know, hard fought battle between him and Light. That the Japanese players are not Japanese players, the Japanese fan base are not a fan of us calling him the Iceman, because apparently in Japan, like ice or like saying someone is cold is like saying someone is boring, and that's like really offensive to them. How would I know that? You know, ice, like ice. The Iceman has two different connotations, because yeah, he do be icing people, and also his gameplay is cold as fuck. Like that's the only Lucina doing it. Thus, he's the Iceman. So, but I saw some people trying to equate that to racism, which I'm still kind of like not understanding, because they were like, is that like a play on the color of his skin? He's Asian, so he's got like that, you know, semi-tan olivish, you know, skin color, like, and ice is clear. So I'm like, I'm a little thrown off on that one. Couldn't really ride with that one. But as far as like, you know, if Japan really like is like being called cold and boring is like a super insult, then hey man, then my bad. I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like we'll definitely stop calling him Iceman if it ends up being like a, you know, a really big issue. But I mean, the Iceman, it was a joke, because he's been doing this for a while. Found out apparently he has some sickness that I never knew about. Some people say it's kidney stones. I don't know if it's actually kidney stones. I don't know if it's more than that, but that's why he'd be using the bathroom and drinking water all the time. But I don't think that's what we're talking about as far as the Iceman, because he'd be doing like, you know, he'd be dropping eye drops sometimes. Sometimes he's just sitting on the screen, big chilling. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he just drank some water. We were like, that's the Iceman, because people drink water all the fucking time. It was just, there was several instances of him like kind of like taking pretty long in between sets to like take his time. So therefore, we dubbed him the Iceman. Didn't know that was going to be such a big issue. If it is a big issue, then I don't have to say it. I mean, you know, it's not gonna be like the end all be all. Like, oh man, I fucking hate commentary because I can't call him the Iceman. Just thought it was funny. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I think overall I did enjoy the summit, but it took a while to ramp up. Oh, the other thing, I'm so fucking sick of eating Papa John's pizza, bro. Like, if you guys were watching the first time I did the ad read, I was like, all right, we're gonna knock this one out, right? The second time, they came through and they didn't tell me I was gonna do the ad read until like the block was about to finish. They pulled up with those pizzas and I was like, was like, yeah, man, Papa John's, 20% off. Yeah, bro. I was so pissed. I didn't even eat I ate the slice, or I ate the first bite, and when they took the camera off, I immediately threw it. So, and I was complaining. I was like, bro, stop. I don't want to be the Papa John's pizza guy. I've been actually trying to eat healthier, and it's like right after I said that, they were like, every block TK's on, make him shill Papa John's. The pizza is indeed warm. It's like fresh out the box. I just genuinely don't I don't eat that much pizza in the first place. And if I am going to eat pizza, it's not Papa John's. I don't give a fuck what that guy's doing for my community. It's not for me. You know what I mean? That's not my jam. So you have to take a bite for the camera though. So we're like, I'm really like fucked over for that shit. I'm just like, the first few times they hit me up, and I was like, all right, cool, you know what I mean, whatever. Like, I am actually kind of hungry on this block. I was indeed not hungry for Papa John's pizza that day. And then for lunch or dinner, it was Papa John's. So I didn't even eat dinner. I was like, I ain't even eat dinner, bro. Yeah, I've definitely eaten at least two full boxes of pizzas on broadcast by now because of Papa John's. Oh, I did. We went home and we all DoorDash Fridays, which, big shouts to Fridays. I'm not an EE fan of Fridays, but damn it, did it come in clutch that day. Did they at least have, it was pizza, cheese bites, pepperoni cheese bites. And honestly, the pepperoni cheese bites probably would have been all right, but I think I was just so pissed I didn't even want to look at Papa John's. I was I was so mad. I just couldn't even do it. Like, this shit on my fucking face, bro. Holy fuck. Ain't nobody get me, even though. Man. So yeah, I mean, so that was one thing. Yeah, so like, I guess the bad was, yeah, I'm tired of Papa John's, but that's just me specifically. I mean, if they're really adding up money to Smash, then cool, right? But I don't know what the fuck they're doing as of right now. Like, I can never tell what anybody's doing as far as sponsors go. Nintendo comes through, does a sponsorship for a couple tournaments. I'm like, what does that mean? Papa John's comes through. Only person I know that they're actually doing something is Red Bull. Whenever Red Bull comes through and I see a bunch of Red Bulls around and a pop bonus, I'm like, all right, that was Red Bull. Other than that, I cannot tell you what other sponsors are doing, and maybe that's my fault for not having my ear to the streets, but I just can't tell you what's going on over there. The other bad thing, the prize pool was abysmal. 15K? So 17K at the end. We're 10% of what we had at last summit. So these players are fighting their heart out, and like, for what? I think so. The idea that like, all right, we have to stop the whales, I can somewhat understand that, but I think they overcorrected by a large margin. Because yeah, I mean, I think the other thing is I have no issue with the old system, because if a whale wants to whale for the game, then let them do it, right? Because I think the thing is, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be trying to get voted into Summit. You should be trying to qualify for Summit, right? So like, to me specifically, it doesn't matter if you have like, if you have your $1 million friend who will put your votes up for you and you go there and get fucking last place. All right. Like, I just, the money was stacking, bro. And like, I had this tinfoil hat, bro. I had this tinfoil hat theory, okay? They try to do that to kneecap Ultimate, bro. Think about it, man. Ultimate's prize pools have been dwarfing the Melee prize pools for quite some time, right? But the Melee summits always get the better themes and side events, right? Okay? Tinfoil hat now. And again, you know what I'm saying? This is my tinfoil hat because the Melee ruins everything. Melee ruins everything. We used to be able to drink on the couch, and then the Melee commentators got too drunk at some summit, and so we couldn't do that anymore. And then we used to do more physical stuff, but IBDW hurt his little fingies, so then we stopped doing as much physical shit. Thanks, IBDW. Thanks, brother. I remember the Melee the Melee fucking Was that obstacle course? I would have ate that shit up, bro. Oh my God. I would have ate that shit up, bro. Not us though. Why is everybody talking like Has all summit? You niggas need to stop giving the white man credit of what black people are doing. That's not Has. That's EE. EE Has stole it from EE, bro. That's crazy. That's actually fucking crazy, bro. Why is everybody talking like Has? No. No, okay? Why is Has immediately stealing the shit and running over to be like, man, fuck you niggas, bro. Like, I don't give, man, fuck y'all, bro. I'm sick of that shit. Everybody talking like Has. First time Has been on the couch, man, we all copy him. Hell no. Has copied us. In fact, that's like 90% of the white people in the community. Coney does the same shit. That shit, y'all not going, nah, not today. Yeah. Now we're all friends and shit. I don't care about the fact that, like, you know, we're all doing it. I just, like, you know, give credit where credit's due. You know, Has been there one time. Has been there one time and has been in more skits than I have. One day, bro. One day I'll put me in a skit, bro. An actual skit. The only skit I've been in is the Shark Tank skit. And after that, I've been like a small part of like maybe one other skit. That shit crazy. At some point, I feel like they should make a skit about me not being in any skits at this point in time. Yeah, the Shark Tank skit was me. I pitched that. And I edited some of the dialogue. You know? So I do love the Summit staff. All the people that are of the Summit staff, I love them, bro. So big shout outs to the Summit staff, man. They really do it up. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.